Dear viewers, here is a powerful story that will make you rethink love, sacrifice, and revenge. Darius Coleman, 26 years old, weighed down by debt and family responsibilities, agrees to an unexpected marriage with Evangeline Carter, an 84-year-old billionaire and former Broadway legend. What he discovers in their luxurious penthouse defies all logic and will forever change his life. Darius Coleman was just 26, but his tired eyes and hardened demeanor told the story of a man who had lived a lifetime of hardship. Born in one of Brooklyn's toughest neighborhoods, Darius lost his father, Elijah, in a tragic shooting linked to street violence, a wound that haunted his mother, Lorraine, and left the family fractured. Lorraine was battling lupus, a cruel disease that drained her energy and finances. Meanwhile, his 13-year-old brother, Marcus, was diagnosed with severe autism, needing around-the-clock care that only Darius's tireless efforts could help provide. To keep his family afloat, Darius juggled 3 exhausting jobs: driving for Uber by day, working as a hospital security guard overnight, and washing dishes in a Bronx restaurant whenever he could. Every month was a race against mounting medical bills and frequent utility cutoffs. Despite his university degree, the system seemed stacked against him. Yet, through the exhaustion and the relentless struggle, Darius was the anchor, refusing to let despair take hold, holding tight to the fragile hope of a better future for his family. One rainy evening in Manhattan, Darius was making a routine delivery, a lobster dinner to a luxury hotel suite. As he stepped into the grand marble lobby, something caught his eye. A woman standing quietly but regally by the elevators, draped in an expensive mink coat. Her silver hair shimmered under the crystal chandeliers, and 2 imposing bodyguards flanked her like sentinels. Their eyes met. Her gaze was sharp, knowing. "Darius Coleman," she said, voice calm but commanding. "I've been waiting for you." Bewildered, Darius stammered. You know me?" "I know your pain," she replied softly, "and I can end it all. But there's only one condition. Marry me." It sounded like a line from a novel or a desperate fantasy, but there was something about her presence that made Darius hesitate. Exhausted, desperate, and curious, he agreed. 3 days later, the quiet courthouse ceremony took place. Far from the glitz and media frenzy Evangeline was once used to. Their marriage was an arrangement, a pact between 2 weary souls seeking something they couldn't yet name. Evangeline Carter, the once dazzling Broadway star who built the Carter Eternal Perfume empire, now seemed like a ghost from another world. The next morning, Darius stepped into the sprawling penthouse overlooking Central Park. Marble floors, priceless art, and floor-to-ceiling windows took his breath away, but so did the silence. One entire wing was forbidden, its doors locked tight. Servants floated through the halls, polite but distant, while cameras discreetly recorded his every move. Their dinners were quiet affairs. They ate facing each other, sharing no words about their pasts. But Darius sensed a deep, unspoken truth lurking beneath the surface. Something dark, something waiting. The most astonishing thing wasn't the wealth, but Evangeline herself. At 84, she seemed to move as if time had forgotten her. She glided around the penthouse with the fluid grace of a dancer, every step precise and effortless. At night, when the city was asleep, she would retreat to the living room, barefoot, and dance alone to jazz records, spinning on an old turntable. The music enveloped the room in a soft glow, a ritual that seemed like both celebration and mourning. Her voice was hypnotic, soft yet full of depth, capable of drawing Darius into stories he never thought he'd hear. But she remained guarded, a woman encased in mystery, her pain buried beneath layers of silence and shadow. One evening, while getting a glass of water, Darius heard muffled voices coming from behind the locked door of the forbidden wing. His curiosity gnawed at him. He found Tasha, Evangeline's personal assistant, a kind but cautious young woman, and asked about the locked door. Tasha's eyes flickered with hesitation. "It's not my place to tell you, but if you're brave enough, she'll be waiting for you behind that door tonight." Her words sent a chill down Darius's spine. He knew this was a threshold he wasn't ready for, but he had no choice. At 10 p.m., heart pounding, Darius entered the forbidden room. It was a shrine to forgotten pain. Old black and white photos, yellowed letters, faded diaries, and grainy videotapes. And at the center, a photograph that shattered him, his own father, Elijah, holding a young, radiant Evangeline Carter decades before. Evangeline appeared behind him, fragile but resolute. Her voice trembled as she spoke. "He loved me, then left me. I was carrying his child, a daughter I lost. He never returned." Her cold, calculated marriage proposal was a plan for vengeance, to make Elijah's blood, through Darius, feel the abandonment she endured. But something unexpected happened. Despite the bitterness and grief, a fragile connection blossomed. Darius's empathy and unwavering kindness softened Evangeline's hardened heart. She shared stories of racism and betrayal, the battles she fought as a black woman, breaking barriers on Broadway, the men who exploited her, and the crushing loneliness that came with power and fame. The relationship shifted, no longer a union fueled by revenge, but a partnership grounded in forgiveness, healing, and mutual respect. 6 months after their marriage, fate dealt a cruel blow. Evangeline was diagnosed with a rare, aggressive cancer. Facing death, she looked at Darius with quiet acceptance. "I'm not living alone," she whispered. "You freed me." With her final breath, she passed him not just her empire, but a legacy, a call to transform pain into purpose. After Evangeline's death, Darius transformed the Carter Eternal Empire into a foundation dedicated to supporting single black mothers and struggling youth, those fighting battles like he once did. By his side, Tasha became more than an assistant, a friend, a confidant, and eventually his partner. What began as a marriage born of vengeance became a story of love, redemption, and hope, a legacy living and breathing through every life they touched.